Ricky, welcome to the Friday Payroll Club. How you doing, man?
Not bad yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. And how you doing, Az?
Yeah, I'm good, mate.
Good.
Friday, isn't it? You know, ready for the end of today and the weekend.
Yeah, it's that's why we're here. The Friday Payroll Club, last Friday of the month, and we're really excited to be sat down today with Ricky from Phoenix Gray Recruitment. And today we're going to be covering off in line with our latest white paper release, all focused on the construction space, construction sector. So great to have you here, and great to meet in person again.
Yeah.
And
thanks, Ricky.
Yeah. So
great, obviously. Yeah, my first podcast ever in my life. Look, we do lots of construction work and supply lots of construction workers. So payroll is a very, very important part of of our week, especially on Fridays.
Yeah,
really busy for you guys.
Yeah, tends to be.
It used to be before I worked in payroll. It was, you get that Friday feeling in most office jobs where
just before Friday, before you worked in payroll.
And then now we're in payroll game. It is the most
intense
intenseful day of the week.
Even for us as recruiters, to be fair, because
you're trying to fill everything for the weekend, I guess, aren't you?
Predominantly, more jobs are being filled for Monday starts. So even we're not probably as busy as yourselves, but you never know.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a busy day for us as a business. A lot more people starting on a Monday that we have to arrange to start generally on a Friday.
So you're doing a lot of inductions and stuff, yeah?
Luckily, we don't do those, to be fair. The sites, they go and do that for them.
Okay.
The only time that we would have anything like that is it's like an online induction to do, which they can do themselves on their phone. It's really simple.
That's cool.
Lots more of that happening nowadays.
AI, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Is that AI? Does it come under AI? Probably not.
I'm sure technology. Let's call it technology.
Yeah.
Well, again, really great to have you on. Been looking forward to sitting down and speaking to you about, all the things, like not just necessarily specifically about construction, as much as that is the theme of today's conversation, but why don't we share a little bit about you, a little bit about kind of Phoenix Gray, and share your story, as it were, Ricky.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been in sort of recruitment for nearly 12 years now. Been in sales, because essentially that's what it is a sales job, for years.
What was you doing before you did recruitment?
I was a letting agent.
Nice.
Just do lots of things that people hate.
Yeah. I was cold calling window double glazing sales.
I've also done that too.
Yeah. What, Anglian?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I did.
In Romford it was.
Oh, right. Yeah, we was in Chelmsford.
White gold, as they call it.
Yeah.
Is it really? Is that what they say? I like that. I've not heard that.
Been in sales. Even when I wasn't in a sales job, so that window sales job was when I was at college, just to get me some beer tokens, as they call them.
Yeah.
Then moved into some more manual labour work myself. And then I always really had a knack for sales. Always kind of, even when I used to be an engineer for Virgin Media, so I used to upsell stuff to customers when I'm installing the stuff. And then kind of got kind of not bored, I should say, just wanted to earn more money really. Moved into as a letting agent. Did that for a few years. Did okay. Didn't like working weekends. And then decided to go into recruitment from there. Really. That's my short period up to recruitment, basically. Predominantly always done construction recruitment.
What?
I did a little bit of other bits to start with.
Why construction? Did you just fall into that? Or?
Yeah, pretty much. Like anything, I mean, you don't go set yourself out when you're at school to do sales.
No.
It's not.
No, it's because I didn't go to school. But
literally. I mean, I always like to tell people that my grades are so good that I can spell fudge with them. And at this point, it's quite lucky I know how to spell fudge with those grades. I do. I mean, look, I didn't know how much I was going to love recruitment when I got into it. I knew it was very similar to what I did when I got into it. Didn't realise what it was and how it worked before that. But literally, it's pretty much the same sort of experience that I had as a lettings like estate agent type person.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same. I do exactly the same job.
Yeah.
Very similar in so many ways. Picked it up really easy, and just never looked back.
Yeah, nice. And you say you did a bit of driving, recruitment as well as construction?
Industrial, or local industrial. Yeah.
So that, and you'll supply a bit of that, and on the off chance, have you got any of this, and you end up, I guess, supplying just whatever they ask for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I started in a fairly small agency in my time as a construction recruiter, but they also did a bit of industrial, and they kind of allowed you as a consultant to kind of do a bit of both.
Spread out. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of where it started really, and I kind of then carried that on within my own business when I eventually set up my own business. Very, very much now I'm not doing that. Once sort of it got to a point where you can't really be competitive with that within that industry, I feel, and the clients we had were all kind of. I was working directly with sort of dust cart companies.
Yeah.
So like we worked with Havering Council, which is Romford Council, and that sort of area. And we had those dust cart drivers and refuse loaders.
Kind of low skilled.
Low skilled, yeah, literally. It kind of, don't get me wrong, it was good at the time when we did do it because it was through COVID, so they was the ones that kept
the world going, really. Yeah. Imagine if the bin men stopped.
Yeah, exactly. Look what Birmingham's.
Well, timely. Yeah.
So yeah, one of the lights that. I mean, it was bad enough at the time, not let alone if you didn't have anyone doing anything at all. But yeah, we had loads of key workers, luckily, for us as a business.
Right, yeah.
Construction just really stopped dead.
Yeah.
Straight.
It did, yeah. Like, well, we were lucky. We were dealing with a lot of drivers, and that was they were going. They were considered key workers, weren't they? Lorry drivers were key workers, I think, at the time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it definitely helped. We was very small at that point, so we started back end of 2018. I actually started doing a bit of, because that time of year for construction is really, really quiet. So I kind of initially started doing a bit of rec to rec. Yeah. Right. Luckily got a few clients from that to kind of get us through. I was also doing recruitment during the day, and then weirdly doing a bit of Uber Eats delivery driving in the evening. Yeah.
Same story I've heard.
To kind of bring money in, because obviously when you start your business, really, you're not paying yourself. I didn't have enough savings to be able to warrant that side of it. Yeah. So yeah, had to do what I had to do.
Mate, I know the feeling.
Get by, you just got to like I say, got to do what you've got to do to make a living.
Yeah.
To the point where we started doing well enough as a business for me to stop doing that, basically.
Good on you.
And yeah, we've got a fairly good head count. Always trying to grow. Yeah, pretty much it. Really, we're at a point now where we want to try and bring the right people in. Yeah. That fit with us as a business as well, and certainly finding people to do business.
Yes, this staffing is one of the hardest things.
I find it easy to supply labour and staff to my clients. Not so easy to find them for myself.
Big question is though, are you able to not work weekends now?
That's a good question. I think the difference between what I was doing within the estate agency and lettings was I was in an office all day, whereas now if I work on the weekend, it's at my laptop at home
in the garden,
and I've got maybe an hour or two to do, not a full 8-hour shift or 9-hour shift, whatever you want to call it.
Bit of a better work-life balance.
Definitely. Look, as a business owner, you've not really got set hours really.
No, but you're also all the business owners I know are never off. They're always they're never not working. So all the weekends.
I think sometimes it's a good and a bad thing. With stuff like with that, you've got to kind of.
You need a team to help support you. You've got to have time off. Yeah, definitely.
I blame Steve Jobs.
Well, it's part of part of the white paper. It comes onto mental health, doesn't it? And burnout, man, and stress from overwork is definitely
it's a real thing. And I think in this year, like I don't know. It feels like pressure is mounting in every aspect of life. Like it's not just work. Like I think even personal life, the economy, the cost of living. I mean,
World War III.
we probably crazy people in power. We'll try to keep it non-political. But
of course.
But yeah, pressure is mounting, and then the world is it feels like we're on tender hooks. Like everything is kind of like, what's going to be next? Like what's going to be next? And
it does just seem like one thing after another, doesn't it?
It does feel like almost like a movie in a way. And like, how do you find that with yourself? Obviously, work-life balance. You mentioned, like, how do you think that impacts your workers that you're putting out onto shift? Like, have you experienced any kind of stories around?
Not really. I mean, don't get me wrong. You get guys that sort of not so much my business, but I've heard stories from other recruiters where you've got guys turning up drunk.
Yeah.
But there's a reason for that. Generally, it is mental health. Stress
relief and self-diagnosis,
or at least still hungover from the night before.
Yeah.
So, you hear about loads of horror stories like that, and it only points to mental health. Really. Nowadays, obviously, you go back probably to 20 odd years ago, and
everyone would have been.
There wasn't mental health didn't exist, did it?
Yeah. So certainly, that's probably a good thing that's coming into sort of life nowadays.
Yeah.
Is that everyone's more open to speaking about stuff like that, and it's a big conversation, isn't it?
Do you find you have more conversations about, like, have you been approached about it from contractors or?
Sometimes, yeah. I say I lied. I do actually. I had one guy the other day text me saying that he's not available for work. He just sort of finished off me a few days before. Just saying he's got stuff going on in his life. Yeah. And I was just said, look, mate, just try and pick yourself up. Don't let it affect you.
Yeah.
Don't let it affect your life.
Yeah.
And it stopped you working.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, and just trying to give him a bit of a lift.
Support him a bit.
Yeah. He was really appreciative of it. Well, he said that, whether he was or not, I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's good that he said it though. It's good that he's able to say that.
He was kind of happy to sort of confide in me in a way.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Felt safe enough to tell me that he's going through something, and that was it. Yeah. That's one thing I had from it. Really.
It's hard as well because there's this there's this saying of, like, especially in sales, speaking about like BD, and it is a high pressure job, and you've got deadlines to meet, you've got projects, you've got quota, you've got all these different things. And there's an age-old saying of managers that are just like leave it at the door, and it's like, okay, it's a nice thing to say, and if it was easy to just turn off your brain and go, it's no longer on my back, boss, I'm going to be 100% today. But someone that I've spoken to is like, it's about kind of giving everything what you can give, as opposed to, like, as you say, you can't let it prevent and stop you, because the show must go on.
Exactly
but equally, if you're in a kind of environment where you've got good leaders, good bosses, good management, good site managers, whatever the scenario is, that as you say, you can approach and talk to, and just a problem shared is a problem halved. And I think even just having that environment now where it is a lot more aware, people are talking about it a lot more, and it doesn't feel as taboo to talk about, I'm having a bad day today because I've had, excuse the swear, won't beat that out, but anyway, but I think there's a change in mentality around it, and I think it is a good thing.
And like you say, life happens. Life is going to get in the way, and generally how I see it is how you deal with that counts.
It's how you pick yourself back up.
Yeah, exactly that. And don't get me wrong, it's hard. I think what a lot of people don't realise, and I've only just really come to realise that myself. Like in my younger days, I'd be like, come on, mate.
Yeah. Man up.
Pull your boots down, pull your socks up, stiff up a lip, and all of that stuff. That
everybody has something going on in their life that's going to make them 100%. Maybe feel a bit like
everyone has a bad day
today.
Yeah.
Everybody. There's no one that's like even the richest people in the world, and the people that are doing so well in life.
Yeah.
And the people in the opposite to that. It affects everybody.
Yeah.
There's no one that's not affected by it. Now I realise that after quite a long time. Like I say, when I was younger.
Self-reflection and emotional intelligence and all
getting
that.
Older, getting
probably
older, having kids.
Yeah, exactly that. That is one way to sort your life out for sure.
It definitely
gives a perspective, doesn't it? It kind of helps, like
maybe a correction in some regards as well.
Straighten you up a bit. I don't know.
You've mentioned. 2018 you said for when Phoenix Greys started.
Back end.
So that's what, 7 years ish, so 6.5 years. Looking at maybe the last, let's say two of those years, what do you think the biggest shift's been in construction specifically? Like, have you seen any trends or any things that you go, oh, hang on, that's different now? So we spoke about mental health a bit and more receptive to that, but like, you know, more the nitty gritty, like what have you seen in terms of...
Quite a few bits really. Personally, what I've seen that's sort of been like a negative effect on it is that a few government things. So like I say, all the extra costs for everything, national minimum wage constantly going up. I get it. That kind of needs to, but there've been quite big jumps in the last 2 years.
Yeah. We've seen it a lot.
And then obviously even more so this year with employers and I going up again as well. And then previous to that, and right now around this, I can't remember exactly when it is, but they've got, so it was this year I believe, January this year, they got rid of grandfather's rights for CSCS cards. So anyone that had a skilled, so there's loads of different colours of CSCS cards, all mean different things. So you've got like a white it's a yellow visitor's card, you've got green sort of operative / labourer's card, you've got sort of skilled, as in i.e. what trade you are, as a blue card, which is like an MVQ level 2. So you've got loads of different cards, and then it obviously further goes up from there for like management and stuff like that. If you'd been in an industry as a trade for a certain amount of years, they just kind of give you a skilled card.
Yeah.
They've stopped doing that now.
Right. Okay.
So you physically now that person has to go and get a blue card, and he's going to get an MVQ
for that specific thing.
For that specific trade.
So you almost end up with a book of qualifications rather than one that covers you for everything.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. And these guys have been doing it probably, some of them, 20, 30 years.
So so they have the skill. They don't need a qualification.
They don't need a qualification to carry on their job. They've been doing it for 20, 30 years.
Yeah, right. It's just bureaucracy for bureaucracy's sake,
exactly.
isn't it?
It's a bit like the stuff that's going on in the world nowadays. It's just money for everything.
Yeah.
How we can take more money for people.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what?
Getting too political.
Yeah.
I heard
we keep murking that way, don't we? But
I heard about that happening with this, and I didn't really understand actually until you just explained that what the implications are.
It's quite.
That's pretty crazy.
And I think that's also in a detrimental way. It's then going to cause a bigger labour shortage.
This is what I was about to say.
They will either just retire early,
there's
or come out of construction and go into something completely different.
There's a lack of young people getting into these trades, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, yes and
no.
And
they're kind of pushing the old ones out by making them redo all of this stuff.
Exactly that. I mean, it kind of probably follows into what other stuff we do as a recruitment agency. We work with a training school that takes people from all types of life that want to get into construction. Some not so young, that want to just get back in,
return to workers and stuff.
Or return to workers. Get them on like an MVQ level 1, and some then progress from there.
I love that.
Getting them the CSCS cards.
Yes.
We work heavily with them. I'll go down there on
what are they called?
A company called STC Group.
STC Group. Okay. That's interesting. We
shout out to STC Group.
Yeah, definitely. I'll save the pluggables till later, but I will write that down actually.
I'm sure they'll come on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
I'll say I'll go down there every couple of weeks, and I'll have like big room of people that are on the courses. Yeah. I'll go through what we can do as a business to help them.
Oh, nice.
Help them with loads of different things. Like we can help them with getting signed up on CIS and obviously be yourselves.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And we'll go through all the types of different things.
We should come and talk about payroll.
You could. Yeah.
We could.
I'm sure you could. Yeah.
So it's kind of like a really focused job fair almost.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I like
similar.
that.
Yeah.
Cool.
And to be fair, I work again very closely with them, in a sense that we do that as well. So they'll do job fairs and I'll go with them.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, nice.
But that is just with that sort of 2 weekly thing I do with them is I go to their training school in Harold Wood.
Oh yeah.
And literally just talk to all their learners, explain what we do. There's very sort of varying levels of people in there. Mm-hmm. Some that just have only the experience in that place. Mm-hmm. Some that have had previous site experience and just gone there to get some qualifications essentially. Yeah. So it's just me speaking to them and kind of me trying to advise what I can do.
I like
and
that.
Getting them to register with us as an agency, and then obviously after that, get them out to work and get themselves registered for yourselves.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, nice.
Very much.
So then, CSCS cards, qualifications, a lot to change, and it's causing a bit of pushback from the worker, and they're kind of throwing their hat in. What advice would you give to maybe other agencies that are maybe facing that similar problem where they're losing workers because of bureaucratics or whatever it might be?
It's just doing everything you possibly can. Like for us, we've then started to work with training schools that can supply us with. They're sort of fresh out of the bag, essentially. But we then, with people that haven't got that experience, we advise them, look, you might want to start as a plasterer or a painter or a plumber or an electrician. It doesn't work like that. We'll have to start you at the bottom and work your way up. We can help you do that. And we can place you strategically in places where it's going to help you grow and get to where you want to get to. But then it's some people just want to work. And that's why they've gone to this place to get to a point where they're just physically working. So like I said, it's just varying levels, and that's what we go there and I regularly go there and just waffle.
I like that.
In front of people.
So every 2 weeks.
Every couple of weeks.
Cool.
Every couple of weeks I go down there, have a waffle,
Can we? James likes a waffle.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Gate crash with you one day, mate.
Salespeople, sales. It's all very glorified.
We're just wafflers. That's it. Yeah. Professional waffle.
That's it. Exactly.
That's a really and that's kind of a mixed bag in terms of the the age demographic that you're engaging with. You said it's kind of some old people, some younger people. There does appear to be a bit of a gap in younger people coming into the industry.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I mean, that's probably one part that you're doing to attract younger talent, but what are you doing kind of outside of that from a strategic standpoint to bring younger talent or workers into the business?
Yeah, it's quite hard. If I'm being brutally honest, it's not something I've overly thought about.
Okay.
And it's not something that maybe it's something we do need to think about essentially, but it's hard because obviously even with those guys that we have from that training school, our clients don't particularly want that type of person.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it
Well,
is very
they're green,
hard.
I guess, isn't it? And there might be mistakes made and quality of work, and that's back on you. And
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Do you find the average age of these people is older, or are they still quite young?
No, literally a whole mixture. But
right.
in general, you're probably looking at sort of early 20s.
Okay, yeah.
Gone through a period where they've had no work and job centres.
Tried a few jobs and that's it.
So then let me flip the question then. If you were to think about it strategically, knowing that with our white paper, there is pretty interesting data on a gap between, I can't remember the specific for construction, but I know within driving, I think it was like the average age was 55. So probably I would imagine somewhere in that same remit, maybe Aaron can fill me in on the
I'm
stat
just
here.
looking, I don't know.
It is very similar, I would probably say. Just knowing what I know. Very similar, because, I mean, not to say driving a lorry is easy, but on your body as such,
for sure.
Trade is very hard on your body.
Demanding.
So it may even be younger than that.
Yeah, well, I guess that's, and a lot of them would probably be self-made businesses, and they get their own teams, build them up underneath them, and then they can step away and
or then step up into management.
And
then it also becomes it's a different beast.
All the scaffs and brickies I know, by the time they're 40 odd, they're pretty cooked.
I think the scaffs are the ones that are.
It's each of them poles are like 80 kilograms, or I think the lightest one's 80 kilograms in it, or something like that.
They're all nuts.
It's ridiculous.
So they all like to lift about 20 at a time.
I know exactly. I tried doing it. I laboured one day as a scaff labourer, and I could hardly handle one, let alone. Mate, it's insane.
I could never try that.
No.
Yeah, it's not my manual labour again. Salespeople.
I tried it. It was I lasted a day.
But and we mentioned a little bit about kind of economic challenges and changes that are happening. This year, a lot of businesses, especially at that national minimum wage change and the lower end, the lower skilled stuff. Like, how has that impacted your team and the kind of business that you've been getting? Like, have you found the struggle in that?
A little, because you're always going to have sort of kickback when you're for the same person they've got on site. You've got now start to charge certainly this year a lot more. So it is very hard to then be competitive, but then to a certain extent you also want the same level playing field at the same time. So it is still tricky asking your client to pay more for the same person. But I think people are aware of what's going on, so they're kind of expecting it to a certain extent as well. So it's not too bad. It hasn't been too bad. Listen, I don't like to go. By the way, for that person that's been with you for the last 2 weeks, at that rate, it's now double.
Yeah.
Kind of real. So yeah, it's not easy, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You just got to deal with it. And
I think
we've all known it's been coming for a while, so it wasn't like a shock to the system.
And it's right. I think
day is this, one day is that.
how you frame it helps. Like we're looking after this guy. We're making sure he's happy. He's going to get what he needs, and he's going to stay on site for you. And that sort of stuff.
Especially if they're guys that we've sent out that the client likes. They work well. They turn up every day. That's what they're gonna want to keep them either way.
Yeah,
that makes my life easier as well.
And that's it. It's like, it's just what ROI are you getting from your team, isn't it? Like what work do they bring and quality of it and stuff. Were you about to ask a question?
No, I was thinking of a question to ask, but I'm not ready yet.
Fine. So
it's getting splinters.
Looking at the future, there's obviously been a lot of change. It's still coming, 2026. There's obviously going to be some further
big change.
And I think a lot of agencies are going to, if they're not,
it's going to be hard. It's going to be very tricky, I think.
Yeah. Do you think it's a model change potentially, or another version of recruitment is going to evolve out of it?
I think it's hard to know what it's going to do and how
look into your crystal ball.
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, exactly. It's going to change for sure heavily because employee rights.
Yeah.
Going to change heavily. That is the biggest thing within recruitment, where you're just applying temp labour. It's temp for a reason. So then for that client to be able to go, right, I need them now, don't need them next few weeks time or whatever. So it's quite on those now, getting after a certain period, getting full employee rights and other bits and pieces, which they do get to a certain level now, but it's a lot longer in the future than it will be. Because I think from what I know and what I've seen, it's like from pretty much day one.
I think
day
so.
one. That's what they said. Yeah, so day one rights. I remember being a part of it.
6 months, I believe. Or something
we're talking about
like employee rights.
AWR.
3 months.
3 months, I think. Yeah.
So. Yeah, going from 3 months to day one is a big.
And that counts for CIS, as well as PAYE. Anyone
in the supply chain.
Which is strange to me, really. If I'm honest, because they're self-employed tradesmen. So it's quite weird and strange in that sense.
But the limiteds wouldn't.
No, but then
Interesting.
for us as a business, we don't really work with the limiteds anyway, because IR35 is so tricky to get your head around and work with and stuff.
Yeah, we've got something really. Yes, I was going to say, we've got a really good thing to talk to you about that. But we'll
save that for off record. Maybe we'll do another video about it.
I was going to ask though, actually, just on the point of employment types, engagement types with your workforce. Your guys. Are the majority CIS, or do you say
majority
you've got
CIS? Yeah,
and you've got aren't set either just aren't set up for CIS or.
Pretty much, yeah.
You've had people opt for it?
Predominantly sort of trades.
Yeah.
You have a small amount of just general labour. They're generally the guys. You have the odd trade that sort of hasn't got a UTR.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, or new to it, he's just come into it.
Or that, yeah. And again, but like with yourselves, we try and help them on that front. In terms of getting them set up and telling them where to go.
What the benefit of going on
benefits,
CIS,
yeah, literally everything. That, and again, that's pretty much what I do with that training school. I go down and talk about all that stuff.
Yeah, well, this is what I was going to say.
I kind of do all that with them. So
yeah.
So just trying to help people do better in life and do what's probably best for them. Really,
I like that. The ethics are strong there.
Yeah, definitely. Look, you can always be your mundane, straightforward kind of recruitment agency. I've never been
just in it for the money. Which is what.
Whatever job you're going to be in, you're going to make money to a certain extent, I suppose. But
that's what
it's
people
how I see it is that I would like to help people. In a
Give
way.
something back as
yeah,
well as
kind of, yeah.
you know.
Because nobody likes umbrella.
Hey, well, no, generally, no, they don't. We get a really bad rep.
There's a stigma.
Lots of stigma.
There
like,
is
stigma.
Big
Big
time in
time.
all types of industries. Like,
Yeah. Well,
stigma
same
in
goes
my
for
industry,
agencies, you know.
exactly,
Yeah, a lot of people don't like agents.
Even letting agents, what I was once. I'd
Yeah,
like to be
the salespeople in general. Nobody likes
to do a job where
salespeople.
people hated.
Yeah, I used to be.
Yeah.
I used to be a used car salesman. So
No, did you really?
Same.
I didn't know that.
You never know, might come to barter and ask for a job. That's another industry that people don't like as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we are trying.
We're trying to like you. We're trying to kind of buck that trend a bit
Yeah.
and be disruptors. And
Exactly.
We're not, you know.
Because it frustrates me. For me,
Yeah.
it frustrates me that people want to tie you with the same brush as them.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even when I'm doing my BD and business my outreach to my clients and potential clients, they'd all say the same things. Oh, don't use agency because blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
We've had a bad experience in the
Yep.
past, and I'm like, right, in the nicest way. Yes, I get it, understand it. Yes, you've
Show
had
some
problems
empathy,
and stuff
yeah.
before, but is every construction company a cowboy? No. Are you a cowboy at your business? No. So it's very similar for every industry. You've got bad ones, you've got good ones. I'd like to think in recruitment there's more good ones than bad, and probably the same for you guys in your industry in terms of payroll. Probably very similar. There's good ones and bad ones.
Oh, definitely. There's definitely
so you just got to try and
a lot of bad ones.
bring that,
a few good
sure,
ones.
sure, yeah. Same for our industry and recruitment. It's one of those where it's just trying to get across that you're not one of those.
Yeah, what I've always said, I know it's really cheesy, but like even back selling double glazing, you know, if you had a bad Chinese, it wouldn't mean that you'd never eat Chinese for the rest of your life, right? And they're not all going to poison you.
No, exactly.
I didn't have the same idea with tequila one time, but still can't touch it.
Right.
So, looking forward, we've spoken a lot about kind of where we've come from, what we've got to, and kind of where we are now. There's obviously a lot of growth that's happening in the space. We've seen Universal. HS2 is still, you know, very much in the headlines and still not finished.
Yeah.
Then the
government want to build a certain amount of houses.
Yeah, is it
I've seen
is
a
it
few.
60 billions worth of investment? I want to sanity check the figure, but a huge amount has been into affordable housing.
Yeah. I've seen a few developments popping up in the Construction Inquirer, Construction Buzz. They're always announcing up in the Midlands the new however many thousand homes being built. You know, there's a few of them popping up.
Even local to where I live, there's been probably 2 or 3 of sort of what people would class as grey built being sold off.
Yeah.
A few locals not so happy with that.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And that's again, it's another story for another day. Probably off camera. It should help in terms of economy and stuff like that. Again, without being too political, but I'm yet to see that
yield any results.
Within my business in terms of like the demand for more staffing. But listen, we can all hope.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting.
Patiently,
patiently.
I think that's it.
Just try not to hold your breath.
Exactly.
Well,
I'll have to hold it for a long time.
Well, I think that's half the battle, isn't it? It's just like staying
definitely.
consistent, staying patient, doing the things that you know work well. Doubling down on those ones, and then the things that maybe don't yield the results that you need, then you tweak and you change and you rebuild, right? There is a lot of change and a lot of exciting things, maybe some unexciting things happening in the space as well.
Exactly.
But I think we're kind of at time.
Well, actually, no. I've got just
go
a few.
Ricky,
Cool. A couple of hard-hitting questions. You ready?
Yeah,
All right, first one.
Born ready.
What's your favourite colour?
Blue.
Well done. Thank you. I was expecting a different response to that stupid question. That was just a stupid one, right? No, seriously. Do you do anything interesting at the weekends?
I wish.
When we're not talking work, like, are you a musician into it?
The interesting things I do really, it's around my kids. My youngest daughter plays football.
Yeah.
She's like 9, and it's constant football.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Even this weekend, we're going to St George's Park.
Oh, nice.
She did like a regional tournament with her football team.
Okay.
They won that. Then we're now going to St George's Park, which is English training ground. If you don't know.
Yeah.
For a tournament, so like a champion of champions tournament. All the teams that have won their regionals.
Oh, wow.
To that. So then
good on
we're
her.
going to that, I kind of tend to luckily for me, I'm in a position where I can sort of leave if I want to.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time I'm leaving on a Monday. Probably James has got me a few times when I've been in the car on the way to Colchester,
to a club or something.
So
Yeah.
She plays. She plays. She does play. She's in like development centre for Colchester.
Cool.
Colchester women's team.
Awesome.
We've been doing a few trials and bits and pieces
Yeah.
there.
So you're a full-time football dad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Got you.
It's a family thing. Apart from my eldest, doesn't go with us.
How old's?
She's
Sorry,
13.
13. So you got a 7 and a.
She's not.
I'm sorry, 9.
Eight.
Sorry, I'm thinking of mine.
Well,
I've got a
she's
7.
at the end of this month, to be fair.
Right.
So
Okay.
9,
Yeah.
nearly 9. But the eldest doesn't like that sort of stuff.
No,
so
fair play. Yeah.
She likes to sit at home and.
That's what I'm hoping mine want to do. Yeah.
Chat to her friends on her phone.
Yeah.
Well, I think my little boy's going to be similar. He's mad about football.
Yeah.
So he's probably going. I'll get a vision of my life in 2 years' time.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
if
probably
they love
that.
it, like my daughter's constant. Like even her grassroots team train twice a week.
Yeah, that's it.
We're playing twice a week.
Yeah.
So it's
It's like me with the football
that's
club.
without having the extras of she does obviously Colchester and she's in the district team and stuff like that.
After
So-
school and all
she's
of that
even
as
in the
well.
school team.
Yeah,
so
of course.
Although they haven't got a school team, they just sort of started it semi-lush because girls
It's getting.
it's getting there. It's not quite there
No,
yet
but
still,
it's getting up there, isn't it?
yeah.
The Lionesses.
Yeah, definitely. We certainly have the women's Euros on at the minute.
Yeah, that's right.
In the office.
Oh, we're in the office. Yeah, you're watching them in the office. I wish we should do a bit of that. We need a telly in the office.
Yeah.
I've only just put it up to be fair.
It'd just be
call.
golf on though for Joss.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Well, no, I don't mind a bit of golf.
I'm terrible at it. So
Me too.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favourite spot locally or in London to sort of? Where would you go with the missus or some mates? Any good
It's been
recommendations?
somewhere James has been with
Go
me
on.
before.
Oh, yeah.
Meskin.
Where is it?
Meskin Turkish.
Oh yeah, I don't know that.
Down in Billericay.
Okay.
Scunton,
Oh
Borders.
yeah. Billtown.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
James will
I'll
be
make a
able
note
to
of
tell
that.
you he's
I
a
can-
lovely.
I can testify, but then equally, this
This place,
this
I
lovely
can say the
venue-
Galvin Green Man is good. I've eaten here with the family. Like I mentioned earlier, we've come here a few
So it
times.
looks
Great,
nice from the
yeah.
outside.
It's lovely.
I may come here again
But this
after.
is
Yeah.
why I thought this would be a good segment. The amount of these we're going to do, we'll get some good recommendations. Hopefully,
Exactly.
build a little.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything you want to plug? Anything personal, business? Anything going on you want to talk
Just
about?
if you want to use us as a recruitment agency, we are here.
Yeah, we'll share links and
yeah,
all of
that's
that.
it, exactly. Yeah, like, I'm always contactable. All my details are on LinkedIn. You can email me. You can call me.
Brilliant.
I'm there.
There we
Anywhere
go.
in the country, we do.
Excellent.
Nice.
All right, thank you.
Well, that is it
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great to have you on, and thanks for coming and joining us on the Friday Payroll Club. Until the next one.
Indeed.
There we go. Cheers.